Well, nothing to it but to do it. We trace the Mechanist to this building here. I have a few things to say to this person, or thing. RobCo Sales and Service Center. Alright, so that's where he or she or it is hiding out. Kind of wondering if this might even be a robot behind all these other robots. Thinking that they're some misguided logic, that the best way to help everybody is to go ahead and put them out of their misery because they're going to die anyway. That seems to be pretty much the gist of it.
Nice.
That's the way Jezebel described their thinking anyway. Now this is actually a really long mission. This DLC was surprisingly rewarding. I'm not disappointed, honestly. In light of the game, I want to say there are elements to this so far that were better than the base game itself. I can honestly say that. So for those that are really big fans of Fallout 4, should like the DLC even more. There's been a few times where it even brought back some of the old Fallout 3 feels. A little bit, at least for me. And that's a good thing. Now, I created this run and gun build, if you remember. Hopefully some of you watched that video. If you did, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching any of my videos and stuff. You guys are amazing and awesome and stuff. And for hanging out on stream and everything else. I had made this character, and I was going to run through the DLC with it, which I am here, but I'm thinking there's another build that I really want to try, and it's kind of a mix between the last two. It's not really a VATS pistol build, but it's not really a run and gun build either. It's kind of a mix of both. Run and gun elements, but I was thinking about running with one gun, just the 10mm, the same old 10mm starting the game with. Don't know if, well, I mean, I might run across a better 10mm early, but still, I mean, you can just switch mods, right? And eventually I'd probably come across a legendary gun that I like. I would be really pushing for an instigating 10mm, and it would require a lot of luck to find one, but it could happen. That would be just, oh man, that would be beautiful for the build that I have in mind. And it's there's nothing new about it, but I think it's, I have starting special stats in mind that just kind of, not just cover all the bases, but I think would make it just ideal all the way around. Run around, free fire with your pistol, use VATS every once in a while, not relying on criticals, so it wouldn't be a VATS build per se, but you definitely have the agility and the action points there to use it. In fact, I'd probably go so far as to invest in Gunfu. We'll make it a max agility build, and so that option is there, and that fully upgraded, and you get the huge damage bonuses to multiple targets, and you have a lot of AP, and you have a lot of damage per shot with a single fire weapon. Sounds good to me. Like I say, it's no surprises. I'll go ahead and I'll post it as a build. Don't know, might even just call it simply the professional, you know? Silenced pistol can really do some damage. It's too bad you don't have the little circular glasses as headwear in Fallout, at least not that I've seen. You know, the little professional glass. I don't know if any of you have seen the movie with, I believe it was Jean Reno. Just, it's a cult classic, I would say. But having a set of those glasses would be awesome. There's a picture of the Vault Boy with those glasses on and stuff, and there's a perk called the Professional in Fallout New Vegas. And it's basically extra damage with silenced weapons, if I remember right.
That's it.
Yeah, I think we'll go, you know, there's always the sneak element, but then having the ability, I really like being able to sprint out of danger and take fire while doing so. At least to a point. You know, getting one shot while you're trying to get around the corner is annoying. And you're up against, I don't know, some especially nasty super mutants or something like that, and they tend to be more accurate than anyone else. Although those raiders, especially legendary raiders, when you give them a combat rifle, they seem to get a headshot every time. If they hit you, it's a headshot. It seems like it. I'm always getting my head crippled by those assholes. I really am. It's annoying. So I'm thinking, you know, having the run and gun ability but still being able to really maximize all the sneak damage. Lone Wander, yeah, it's, like I say, nothing really unique, but it's fun, at least to play around a little bit. Any RPG or self-proclaimed RPG, you ought to be able to have a little bit of fun with builds and stuff and some ideas. It seemed like as much of the role-playing aspect as they took out of this game, one of the few things that's left is the ability to role-play a certain kind of character. Like, you know, you're going to play a NCR Ranger out of place in the Commonwealth, you know, wearing your combat armor or whatever, maybe even going with your trench coat or something. Or you're going to play a detective. You're going to play like a Nick Valentine or Nick Valentine's understudy, you know. You can call it Ted Valentine or something, right? And
There we go.
yeah, you could do different kinds of things like that. I've never been much into role-play modeling like that. When I go to conventions and stuff, I appreciate the people who dress up and do all that stuff, but both outside and in-game, it's never really been my thing, per se. But there's been some cool ideas, you know, what if you played as, I don't know, you know, Sylvester Stallone, Rambo, or what if you played as Hulk Hogan, or what if you know, and all this different stuff. There was a lot of stuff you could do like that in games like Saints Row 3. Especially, I mean, they really catered to people doing that. You could play superheroes, professional wrestlers. They even had the outfits for it. It was, oh man, if you guys haven't tried that, but you're into that type of stuff, I would strongly recommend it. Anyway, all right, so it's just a matter of infiltrating the lair. And now that we have a robot with us that's able to get past some of the key points, I think the facility recognizes robots, and all the security measures are in place to keep organics out. If they sense any kind of living person, then all the defenses go up, and so on and so forth. You can see robots coming and going. Apparently there is a hell of an assembly line or something down here. We certainly run across enough of them out there in the Commonwealth. And I really wasn't looking for them to do the DLC. In fact, we kind of stumbled on this. I was on my way to Far Harbor. And I guess I was allowed to do this DLC long enough to give myself time to think. And I'm like, you know, if I'm going to do another build, why don't I work that other build in here? I've got these characters. Playing on survival, the only problem is autosaves. I don't know if I'll overwrite all my past characters or if it just makes this collection of autosaves that just goes on forever. Not exactly sure how that works. So it's possible if I start another one, I could overwrite this one. Or even the I may have already overwritten my previous one already. I don't know. Doesn't really matter so much. Uh-oh. Yeah, I hear more. Yeah, I see the lights. Well, I got a surprise for you. Take that. For those of you wondering who have run with a build just like this or similar to this, why I'm not using the spray and pray, I consider that a bit overpowered. A lot of you who know me know that some stuff like that where it's just literally pull the trigger. We finished up the playthrough like that with the automatic explosive shotgun, which was essentially the same thing. I mean, it was a sniper shotgun that could one-shot kill just about anything from 5,000 yards. It was ridiculous, you know. I hope they've either nerfed or changed that weapon somehow. It's where only one pellet explodes rather than all of them. Counting as essentially shooting a full magazine of explosive rounds into somebody all at once per shot. I mean, it was ridiculous. But big reason I'm not running with spray and pray is just that reason. It would save a lot on ammo, but the ammo weight and finding ways to conserve ammo is part of survival mode, I think. And working around that with an OP gun that's able to one-shot everything at any level during the game once you get your explosives maxed out, what's the point? What's the point? Especially with a build that's kind of designed to test your accuracy a bit. If you want to save ammo, make your shots count. If you shoot badly and you spray and pray with your weapon, then you're going to waste ammo and you're going to find yourself running out, which has happened a couple times. I'm by no means the best shooter in the world, no. Not at all, so you know, and that does add an element of, I guess, realism to it.
Sweet.
You got 4 or 5 enemies left, and you only got like 1 clip. You better go for headshots, that type of thing. So I avoided that weapon on purpose. That weapon would, of course, put this build over the top. It would really make build irrelevant, because I don't think it would too much matter what you did. Get your explosives and your automatic weapon damage up, and who cares what else you got points in, honestly. Throw in sneak bonuses on top of that, and it's just stupid. It's also kind of obvious, you know. What's the point of sharing a build like that when, you know, I mean, it kind of speaks for itself, so to speak. Alright, let me get out of here. Ada is going to tank for me here. Not only are some of these robots really, really tanky, but they're also capable of putting out a lot of damage too, especially the melee ones. Oh, and then you have the ones that shoot the eye death ray out at you. That's ridiculous. That is really, really ridiculous. I get one-shotted by that. The Assaultrons have it. And these robots here seem to be combinations of all the other robots. They may have the Gatling of a sentry bot, and then have the death ray in their eyepiece, and then have, I don't know, some kind of melee thing with their other arm, and maybe have some legs on that allow them to sprint after you so they can chase you and Gatling you down and melee you and hit you with a face death ray all at the same time. It's ridiculous. There we go. I'll take those rounds. Yeah, they can sprint. Son of a bitch. With these guys, their melee is really nasty. That's why they can sprint, so they can close in on you and 1 or 2 shot you with their little claws. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Ada's doing a good job with this guy. Was. I mean, you crawl almost as fast as you walk. Please don't nuke. More 10mm rounds. Good deal. I have plenty of these repair kits. Most of these robots drop one anyway, I've noticed. Took a while, but I finally weeded out the last of those General Atomics ingrates. I'm pleased to report that the department is back up to... Oh no, the military took over. Well, no wonder the robobrains went bad. The military came in with all their efficiency and any kind of ethics and accountability is out the window, right? So anyway, I was thinking when we're done here, once we take care of the Mechanist one way or another, I will introduce you guys. I'll make a similar character as far as looks go and all that. I'm pretty much set on a certain kind of appearance or whatever. Might tweak some stuff, but we'll bring in a new build. Like I said, I'll probably post that too, and then we'll take off and head to Far Harbor with that. Just a thought. Might as well, right? Play around with it a little bit, experiment with some stuff. Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't have activated them. Are they not seeing me? Good. Why am I getting caution? Who else is here? probably turrets somewhere or something. Lots of technical document. I guess they would be here, right? In fact, you should find a technical document in every single file cabinet in this place. Yeah, one definite advantage I've seen between the going with single fire weapons and auto weapons is the ammo conservation. I mean, that's really been the main thing. You don't have to think a whole lot about it with your, typical pipe pistol or 10mm pistol. You're not going to run through near as much ammo. You can do more damage per shot for one, which means your critical modifiers are going to be much higher. If you're doing 5 times sneak damage based on 20 damage, it's a whole lot better than based on 10 damage.
Tracking on schedule for the latest robobrain milestone. Dr. Asante has assured me that the active time between memory wipes has been greatly increased. Hopefully, that will hold true in our latest live testing. The senior engineers also informed me that their latest assembly line adjustments have been completed early. I can only hope that means due diligence was still paid, and we're not going to be looking at a total system breakdown again. Other than that, I'm still worried about the test subjects. Right now, we've got more than enough to meet our demand. But it's not like these things grow on trees.
You see right there, what was that, 3 or 4 rounds? Yeah, 4 rounds. I'm guessing possibly even 3 rounds might have killed those things, but that could be done with 1 or 2 with a pistol. And there you go. So yeah, I mean, you do save some as far as that goes. Biggest point of this was to run around, and I always like to picture, of course you can't dual wield in this game, but if you could, dual wielding 2 10mm submachine guns, which I also miss terribly from this game. It's one of the things that I will probably never forgive Bethesda for, is taking that out of this game for absolutely no reason. It's always been there. It was in Fallout 3. I'm assuming it was in Fallout 1 and 2, along with the standard 10mm pistol, which has always been a staple. 10mm submachine gun, standard assault rifle, Chinese assault rifle, laser rifle. I mean, there's just certain things. Yeah, they've got the laser pistol and laser rifle, and they look the same. You can essentially make one out of the other. You use the basic core chamber, and then you add on stocks and whatever. But still, they didn't take that out, so why would they take 10mm? Why'd they pick on the 10mm submachine gun, which a silenced version of that was literally the one and only weapon I really wanted to play with in the game. Sleepy Time was amazing in Fallout New Vegas. Really cool gun. It didn't even have to be strong. I'd have played with it anyway. If it would have been half as strong as it was, I don't care. Got the assembly line going 100% down here. Wonder if that's going to leave robots up there in that little
I suggest we take as much as we can. Can you see them?
Passageway. Cheerful bleep. There's a robot down there that just loved that. I wanted to let the turret go ahead and... Oh, I see you down there. You're hiding, huh? Probably gonna nuke, huh? Yep. Cheerful bleep. Okay, that's pretty cool. Hee hee hee. When they see someone die. Evil robots. Yeah, and let the turret finish off Ada so I can repair her. Either that or she's going to be crawling around for the rest of the mission. Where was that legendary robot? And what did we get? That's the important thing. Poisoners, metal left. Okay, well, nothing I'm going to be using. Yep, I am just stuck on leather armor. My next character, I'm going to get the I'm going to get the Black Brotherhood of Steel outfit also. Always kind of wanted that, and then when I realized what Brandis was is just some old, confused, kind of lost ex-Brotherhood of... Well, I can't say ex-Brotherhood of Steel. But now that I think about it, he abandoned the field of battle. He abandoned his men and fled back thinking that's a losing operation. It's not for you to decide whether something's winnable or not. You go down completing your mission. It's your job. That's what separates the military from civilians. I mean, I don't know. You don't... There's tactical retreat, sure enough, but either retreat with all your men or stay and fight and die with them. I don't think there's any respectable middle ground there. Oops, stupid clip ran out. Sorry about that. I like recording directly with my PS4. It's a wonderful machine when it comes to that. But I gotta remember that there's... I say 15-minute clips. It's 14-minute and 59-second clips. It will let you know when it's done, and it'll say, clip saved. It's over. You can be in the dead middle of a fight or dialogue, conversation. It's happened. I've had to redo many a mission because there was an inconvenient stopping point. Oh, son, you shipped that thing. That's a tank bot for real. This is where you want to be able to get away. If I'd been under all that direct fire right there, I'd be hurt, but I probably could have survived that. Sprinting. Figured that one was going to nuke too. Yeah, they like to go off when it's critical, don't they? What'd you drop? I think that's where we just came from. Yeah, we're just working our way back and forth through this this whole complex, I guess. We're going to get to see every part of it, looks like.
Got it.
Okay, I guess we have to cross this bridge that opened up. Turn off the stupid alarms, too. As one of my friends on stream, Elemental Huntress, would call it, she would call it infernal beeping. What is going to stop that infernal beeping? Alright, speaking of stopping, I guess we're at a checkpoint here. I'm thinking that tank bot was something of a boss. It'd been nice if it had been legendary, maybe get some stuff off of it, but be that as it may. Alright, well, we'll see what lies behind this door on the next one. Appreciate you hanging out, and we'll keep searching for the Mechanist. Alright, if you want to subscribe, click that button up top. That would be really cool. And if you want to catch the entire Fallout 4 playthrough, you can click that image in the middle. It should send you straight to the playlist. Y'all take care, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.